Hey, what is going on, mini lads, and welcome back to Splatoon Comic Studio, where today we're gonna be recreating the intro of Jet Set Radio. Now, however, in the previous video, I just took the wrong logo that says Jet Grind Radio. I should have been able to re-download again if I just totally replaced Jet Set Radio logo on it, and so I should have been able to add it around here for one of these things as well. So I may not actually put it around here for these things. I put the spoilers on, especially for one of these things look like that, even though I wasn't able to be put it around for some sort of like this. So I better using the studio crossover, but definitely I wasn't able to be added like anything as well, so looks like we're about to add something like these things as well, but I couldn't actually go on to read something like these about anything as well. So let's just do something controversial about this. So I'll be putting it around for this one that says somewhere around here, 2, and there's 3, but I couldn't actually believe. Let's just put around 9 spaces in the row. Now, let's just put it around here. 5. There's put it around here, and even though. So, I have seen this not from my childhood dreams as well, because you all know that it was totally forgotten a little bit as well. But sometimes I have been remembered around here since 2024, and it was definitely awesome soundtrack as well. It was probably a little bit cool, but I never suggest that we're going to look around here in the internet. So, Nothing Reasons is going to be about here. Before Subway Surfers, Jet Set Radio could be for one thing: using roller skates around here. Probably totally dangerous around here before 2010s, sometimes in since 2017. Roller skates were illegal now, but we really think that still allows roller skating around here for this one. So I'll be putting around here for some timelines, and with it actually going to be taking out of that strategy anyway. So this is where the intro that I have seen around here on the internet. But before we're gonna continue for this video, sorry it has been for 5 hours, taking a long time that I just absolutely added everything around as well. So this is pretty hard, okay, around here for many lads. So I'm not pretty worried that I just going to do around here when I was completely late. So we're not actually going to be finishing this thing as well, so probably there must be nothing a little bit some news around here before this one. But we do not think that Jet Set Radio Comic Studio may not actually coming around here. So guess what? Here is the full intro that I just recreated as well. For this it is. I put around buses, Cookie Run characters, more of them as well from Friday Night Funkin', police guys from Henry Stickmin, and most of them supercars, like everything around as well. It's everywhere. It's not gonna be for look like these things as well. So here's how the story what it was. That says here, but all the way to down here, that I absolutely swear for this thing as well, that I totally going to be saying around here for this, really try to do this. I may not swear because I definitely did something in real life in the streets of Tokyo, but even though that we're gonna be started right here. So meanwhile that night over here that I just put around background images from Total Drama Island, Cookie Run Oven Break, and something like that, such as Project Sakai. or Henry Stickmin, something like Alan Becker's channel, or something like the background images like here for something as well. So here we go. Somewhere in Asia, there is a city that cannot be found on any map called Motor City District. Unlike Tokyo, the two hottest things on the streets of Motor City Districts are the non-punks between the skaters and the rollers, especially they are powered by newly developed neutron batteries or natrium batteries, and fuel efficiency like other kinds of fuel type monstrous things. I'm not pretty sure they're using powered by fuel and using for their engines, such as smaller engines like this, that causing a little bit amount of cheats about the high speeds of pursuits. These things or these guys could evade police or anything else is possible. Mothercluckin' street racers took place as they are ready to take advantage on punks and skaters in the whole district. And Jet Set Radio being broadcast to the whole world globally, a pirate radio station managed by its new owner, Pico. Street punks and street racers have raged in a battle between the challenge and comparison. The people of Motor City District forbade it, as things could turn into a psychological chaos. I'm probably sure things have turned into the psychotic chaos that these street punks roam the cities and other locations from around the world, including street racers too, and filled with their other personal graffiti, spreading everywhere on major cities instead of capitals. However, the Japanese government took hold for the great crackdown on all punks and skaters. Federal officers and agencies are going to burst into action, but I'm not sure they're burst into action to capture all of them. All skaters and rollers have been targeted by the police and Homeland Security, and the Rudies are risking to evade the cops shooting, and ordered them to put everyone back to Japan. Every street punks from around the world are ready to explode, and the street racers from around the world are fighting for. So that's how the story begins around here in Jet Set Radio Alternative Intro. The future. But it's not actually says the future as well. Now this is the alternate future of Jet Radio, or some sort of like the Jet Set Radio itself, the controversial edition. This is probably somewhat called around here from the Family Guy as well, and that turned out into something else that we're gonna be saying this again. Now first off, I have did that in Splatoon Comic Studio, that the first thing on the scene around here, I put two buses, one on Forza Horizon 3, one from real life, is the Prevost H345. The cookies were Skater Cookie, and there's more such as Banana Peel Cookie, Grapefruit Juicy, or like anything as well. Grapefruit Cookie right next to Mustard Cookie as well. Even though more gangsters like Gulpniks, or some sort of like the supercars as well, like Lotus Avidya, Riley Freeman right next to Quagmire, Glenn Quagmire as well. And it's also right next to Lemon Cookie. There must be riding on a motorcycle for this one as well. This is Street Urchin Cookie, and right behind of the Lotus Avidya is Jake from Subway Surfers. There's Pico over here, and one of the supercars like as well as the Lamborghini Sesto Elemento versus the Corvette C7R. Even though in the streets like this, the BF from Friday Night Funkin' Mods is right next to Jake from Subway Surfers, and multiple police officers like Friday Night Funkin' and Henry Stickmin could be like them as well. They're cracking down for all of the street racers, and especially like this thing as the gunship over here, and it's absolutely targeting down for multiple street racers, such as the golden Lamborghini Aventador being chased by the police. It's gotta be everywhere for somewhere else. And things have just going into crazy action like this. This is somewhat the world is going to be really satisfying, and it's really crazy. Definitely crazy. We wouldn't able to be hearing this again, but if you're gonna be saying for around here for multiple of these words, so let's just say here in the story again around here, but I'm not sure if I'm not going to be saying this anyway. So I'm gonna end of this video for pretty sure. The link is gonna be in description below on Splatoon Comic Studio, but I'm unable to read like anything about this once again. So this wasn't actually going to be saying this literally for one reason. So I may going to be taking a look at once again of this Jet Set Radio intro, and this is where I recreated on the internet, and it took me for 5 hours as well. Thanks for watching, and anything else, and this is Turbo Concept is signing off around here, and I'll talk to you mini lads and the Comic Studio users all later for around here for this one. I'm not sure if this is absolutely worth it for my brain, and anyways, that's all it for this way. Now before we're gonna end of this video, I'm gonna be reading it one more time before we're gonna end of this. Somewhere in Asia, there was a city that cannot be found on any map called Motor City District. Unlike Tokyo, the two hottest things of the streets of Motor City District are the non-punks between skaters and rollers, especially they are powered by newly developed nutrient batteries and fuel efficiency like them. Motherclucking street racers took place as they are ready to take advantage on punks and skaters in the whole district. And Jet Set Radio being broadcasted to the whole world globally, a private radio station managed by its new owner, Pico. Street punks and street racers have raged onto a battle between challenges and comparison. The people of Motor City District forbade it, as things could turn into psychotic chaos. These street punks from around the cities and other locations from the world and filled with their personal graffiti, spreading everywhere in any major cities instead of capitals. However, the Japanese government took hold for the great crackdown on all punks and skaters. Federal officers and agencies are going to burst into action to capture them in. All skaters and rollers have been targeted by the police and Homeland Security officers as the Rudies risking to evade the cops shooting. They ordered them to put everyone back to Japan. Every street punks from around the world are ready to explode, and the street racers from around the world are fighting for. And well, that's about it. See you later, or 2 days before this one on TC channel, by the way. So that's already around here by that I just totally saying this.